Janine is in need of a second date update, and we're going to try to help her out. Hi, Janine. How are you?
Hey, guys. How are you?
Doing good.
We're doing great. So, how did you meet Mike? Let's start there.
All right. So I met this guy through work, and we had this wonderful night together. He took me out. We had some drinks, and then it turned into like a really nice dinner. And then we ended up back at my place.
Okay.
So it was really, really nice.
Now, when you say you met him through work, what do you mean? Like he's a coworker? Or he's a client?
He's definitely a coworker. So I never really thought something like this was going to happen between like me and him. But like, I don't know him that well. I kind of always thought he was attractive, but really don't know much about him.
Now, if this thing were to turn sour, well, I mean, you've already kind of been with him. So if it were to get weird, is it a big enough workplace where it's not that big a deal?
It is, because like I said, I haven't really spoken to him before. He just caught my eye. And of course, like, I'm sure, obviously I caught his eye too. So that's why we went on a date. So it's kind of like big enough where, I mean, I hope it doesn't go south. But I mean, if it went south, then yes, I wouldn't have to see him every day.
Right.
I would still probably ask him and see him. But yeah.
I think we got about 100 employees who work here in the building. We got 2 stories in this building, and there are people who have worked here for upwards of 10 years now that I don't think I've even met yet.
Decades.
Yeah. True story.
Yeah.
So honestly, I never felt more connected to a human ever. So it went really, really well. I mean, like beyond amazing.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, he was back at my place. So he left the next morning. And of course, I called my mom because why not? And I just didn't give her all the details. So I was like, Mom, I have to tell you, I think I finally found the one.
Oh, no, you told your mother.
No, it went that well. It did.
Okay.
No, it's good that you got that kind of relationship with your mother. I would, in a million years, not do that.
Share that, right.
Our dynamics were different.
She was great. She was really excited for me. And then, of course, I told my friends and other coworkers.
You told everybody.
So I told everyone.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And your company is obviously okay with people dating in the workplace?
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I mean, my coworkers seem to have. I guess we'll talk.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
Mm-hmm.
My problem is I'm kind of embarrassed because I really haven't heard back from him since that day.
Right.
And, I told everyone. So I'm just nervous why he hasn't said anything and wondering if you guys could figure it out for me or find out for me.
Certainly. Yeah, we'll call him up.
See what we could figure out for you.
That'd be awesome.
And then we'll decide whether or not it's good to get your meat where you get your bread.
A little nervous.
No doubt. What was that movie I just saw? Fair Play on Netflix.
Yeah?
Where you got 2 analysts who work for a brokerage firm, and one of them thinks they're going to get promoted, but the other one does get promoted. She gets promoted, and the problems that causes.
Oh.
Because now she's his supervisor.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of moving parts to that I don't want to give away. But we're going to take a break. When we come back. Interesting. Janine and Mike met at work. She didn't really know, like she kind of knew of him, but didn't really know him. It's a big enough workplace where they don't work closely together. But what's interesting is when they went out, they connected so quickly and so easily. It was so effortless. The chemistry was like on fire.
Right.
And
Burning.
Going back to her place. They hooked up. It was fantastic. He leaves. She calls her mom and says, I met this guy. I think he could potentially be the one. She's telling all of her friends. She told her coworkers.
Yes.
And I know someone. Oh, but I mentioned that movie from Netflix. It's called Fair Play.
Uh-huh.
Where they had been dating for a long time, never told anybody at work.
Oh, wow.
Like they would take separate routes to work. It wasn't until they got engaged. She still didn't let the cat out of the bag to her coworkers, but she did tell her mom, who, of course, blabs it to the whole family. And then her mother's got like family members who were flying in. She's planning a big engagement party. But yeah, the problem is Mike hasn't called her back since that night. So she's a little embarrassed and doesn't know what to make of that.
Because now, of course, people are asking you, so what's going on with Mike? How's it going?
And you've heard nothing. You haven't heard anything secondhand.
I haven't. Of course, I've been asking just some of my closer coworker friend, hey, have you heard from Mike, or have you talked to him, or have you said anything about me? Kind of like that. So not really anybody's saying anything. So that's kind of why I'm with you guys, and I'm very confused.
Happy to be the last resort.
I mean, it went so well, so I'm just really confused. So hopefully I can get something good back from him.
All right, let's call him up.
Hello.
Hi, is this Mike?
Oh, this is Mike.
Hey, Mike. It's
Hi,
Jeff
Mike.
and Jen at Q102. How are you, man?
Jeff and Jen?
Yeah.
Hi.
How you doing, man?
Oh, no. Do I have to?
Oh, come on. It'll be fun. We'll make it fun.
No, I know what you two do.
Don't make it sound like it's a bad thing. It's a public service,
And
Mike.
we're nice to people.
Yeah, but it's the person who called you that's probably got an issue. What's going on?
No, there's no issue. She just wanted to know what happened.
Yeah, see, there it is. You've already let it out of the can. I knew it. Oh. All right. Who called you?
Who called us? It was Janine. Who do you think?
Do you get around, Mike?
Of course. No. I do
It
not.
doesn't sound convincing.
No, but who knows? It could have been a woman from months ago. That's what he's thinking.
No. I get it. It's just, actually, she's awesome. I really liked her, and we had a great date. But there's this one issue. I'm divorced. I have 2 kids, and Janine doesn't have kids, and she really wants them. Like yesterday, she's like, I want to be a family. And she didn't mention that until after we had sex. And had I known, I might have steered the date in a different direction. But the thing is, after she started talking about a family and how she couldn't wait to be a mom and so forth, and I'd be a great dad because I already have 2 kids, so I know how to be a dad. But the thing is, I mean, my kids are already 10 and 12.
I see. So you're not looking to have any more?
Dude, I am halfway to the finish line. I'm like, do I really want to start over,
Yeah.
And I figured, honestly, for her sake, if she deserves that, it's not fair to take it any farther.
So then why
wow.
couldn't you just talk to her afterwards and explain that instead of just kind of disappearing?
I know. It just seemed awkward. That's not really morning glow discussion. So I didn't know how to, say that after, as you're getting out of bed in the morning. It's like,
right.
And then when I didn't know how to say it, then you're silent. It just kind of continues to be silent.
Yeah, I get you. And then you're stuck in the silent trap.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't mean to be mean or anything.
It was just avoidance.
Yeah.
I can see why she likes you, though. You're fun. I get it.
You're very sweet. You don't want kids, do you?
No, I'm good.
You want 2 of mine? Well, Janine, I don't know if it makes any difference, but at least it's nothing against you. I mean, when you think about it, you for all intents and purposes, you get 2 instant kids potentially in this, even though they're not your blood.
Totally. That's totally fine. I just, I wish he could have said something instead of leading me to believe that he was kind of open to it.
Right.
But that's not even a big deal, honestly, to me. I know it was after you spent the night and everything, and we kind of talked about it, which is totally fine with me. But yeah, it is important. It's very important to me to have my own family. I would love to have 2 bonus children on top of it, but I'm kind of bummed and wish we talked about it more.
Yeah, it's interesting coming from my perspective because I made a pretty conscious choice in my 20s that was not going to happen for me. I was all about my career. I just wanted to bop around the country chasing radio jobs and getting to that next big market. My first marriage ended in large part because she wanted kids. I didn't. And then years later, of course, I meet Kristen. She's got 3 young kids, 7, 10, and 12. And I think what was mind-blowing to me was discovering this capacity I have to love these humans in a way that I didn't even know was in me. They've given me that gift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have seen you with diapers. Oh, God. That would have been fun.
All right. Well, it is what it is. So no chance of a second date. Can we at least be friends since we have to work in the same place without it being weird?
I would like that. And I admit, I mean, that conversation's probably on me. I just kind of froze and didn't know what to do.
I can totally be friends. Kind of sad. You're so awesome.
You're awesome too, and we did have a great night, and but you deserve a family. So.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Bummer.
Well, best of luck to you both.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on Second Date Update.
All right, take care.